They said it was impossible. They said no one could do it. And yet Michelangelo, armed with just a chisel, a brush, and sheer defiance, changed art forever. But what if I told you he didn't even want to do it? The Sistine Chapel, a masterpiece so breathtaking that people still travel across the world just to stare at it in awe. But behind that ceiling is a story of struggle, genius, and a reluctant artist who almost walked away from the project entirely. Michelangelo wasn't a painter, at least not by choice. He was a sculptor known for bringing marble to life. So when Pope Julius II forced him to take on the impossible task of painting the Sistine Chapel ceiling, Michelangelo wasn't thrilled. In fact, he tried to refuse. Imagine being world famous for carving statues and then suddenly being told, "Hey, can you also paint an entire ceiling upside down?" The job was grueling. He worked day and night, high above the chapel floor, paint dripping into his eyes, his body contorted in agony. He even wrote a poem about how miserable he was, describing his twisted spine and paint-covered face. But through all the pain, something incredible happened. Michelangelo didn't just paint a ceiling, he created a visual revolution. His figures weren't stiff or flat like traditional medieval art. They were alive, full of movement, muscle, and raw emotion. The sheer scale and complexity of his work pushed Renaissance art to an entirely new level. And the centerpiece? The iconic creation of Adam, where God and man nearly touch, a moment so powerful it has become one of the most famous images in history. After 4 brutal years, the ceiling was unveiled. The world was stunned. What was supposed to be a disaster became the defining masterpiece of the Renaissance. Michelangelo had proven himself not just as a sculptor, but as one of the greatest artists of all time. Michelangelo never wanted to paint the Sistine Chapel. But by stepping outside his comfort zone, he didn't just change his own career, he changed art forever. Sometimes, the greatest masterpieces are born from the most unexpected struggles. Want more untold stories of history's greatest artists? Hit subscribe and let's uncover them together.